Alright, I think we're actually live. Hope so. Been struggling a little bit with starting up this stream, which is kind of surprising since last time that was the only thing I didn't have a problem with. But hopefully now we're actually doing this. I hope you can see things in a not blurry way. I hope you can hear me. Actually, yeah, that would be the most important. Let me know if you guys can hear me at all. And you probably definitely will hear some snoring in the background as well if my audio is on. That's just our lovely pugs. So yeah, as usual, well, like, as usual it was last year. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes so everyone can get the notifications and people can see that we're actually live. And everyone will have time to join us. In the meantime, I will have this impromptu opening picture display with some info and rules, just general stuff, basically. And yeah, once everyone is ready, I'm gonna be drawing. Okay, and I also gonna take a peek at the comments. My setup is kind of wonky, so I need to figure things out still. Okay, there are the comments. Okay. GG1954 saying hello. Well, hello. Drawn Up Comics. Hey, how is it going? It's good. It's good. I'm very excited to do this again. I might not be ready for this, so it's probably not gonna be my best stream, but I'm gonna do my best. The Reaper of Crows saying hi. Hello. Gigi saying I can hear. Jana saying loud and clear. Perfect. Oh my god, that's so good. Because I don't want this to be one of those streams when I'm just talking and no one can hear me. Savage Beard saying welcome back. It's so good to hear your words. Hopefully you have a nice time drawing. Yeah, I'm hoping to do that. Not 100% sure yet what I want to draw. I have options. Definitely want to aim for something not too ambitious. Since yeah, lately I've been a little bit struggling with drawing. Oh, I need to touch this so it doesn't go asleep on me. So I definitely don't want to be doing something that's it's too hard. So yeah, if you want, you can think of this stream as kind of like a warm-up stream where I can get back into the hang of things. Yeah. Arthur Changes is asking, will there be more Saigami? Right now, the primary focus for Saigami is the first book. I mean, the re-release of the first book, the Rockport edition, which is scheduled to come out this year on June 7th, which will be a new volume experience. So things in this volume will be different than in the old volume. Altogether, it will be a much better quality paper, actually colored artworks, colored images. Not all, of course, since most of my pages are in black and white, but whenever there were like colored pages, those will be in color. The chapter covers will be in color. There will be additional pages, so some pages you never seen before, some things were changed. Yeah, not sure how much I can tell about this, but yeah, basically the whole story will have a different beginning, which in my opinion was the most crucial. Now we're sleeping well. You probably can hear snoring. So yeah, and there were some fixes and changes with dialogue, some names, general fixes with some of the image quality. Whoops. Yep, sorry. And yeah, just in general, it's gonna be a better book experience. The size of the book will be different as well. It's gonna be the traditional manga format, so smaller than our previous volumes. It's gonna be a bit thicker too, because better quality paper and more pages than in the previous volume. So yeah, I think it's gonna be an exciting new take on the beginning of Saigami. As for the rest, I cannot share anything else beyond this first volume just yet. But as soon as I can reveal more information regarding Saigami's future and everything, you know that I'm gonna be loud and clear about it. King or something like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Saying hello. Well, hello. People saying hyped. Sanity. Oh, I see my internet was just crapping out on me. Didn't want to show me you were live. That's rude, I think. But I hope that now everyone can see. I mean, right now I've seen 15 people watching, so that's holy shit. 16 now, so damn. Yeah, thank you all for showing up. And yeah, I'm super happy that you are here with me, because it's been a long time since I did anything on this channel or anything in public. Now that I think about it, since summer. So yeah, I'm just gonna catch up on the comments a little bit, and then I promise there's gonna be dropping. I just need time to get my head into the game. Naftali Arbor saying, hi Sunny, hello, nice to see you again. Nivan Sasib, I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Which software? Manga Studio. This is Clip Studio Paint. This is the Android version, because I'm drawing on an Android tablet. So yeah, it kind of actually looks similar to the PC version. You have all the tools and everything, and on this side as well. It's just a tiny bit different layout than what you might be used to on a PC, and definitely different if you've seen Clip Studio on, for example, on an iPad. But yeah, this is what I use. This is the only thing actually I use for drawing right now, this tablet and Clip Studio. I think right now I have the Pro version license and not the EX version or my VDX. I don't know, because it's different on Android. You have to have a monthly subscription, so depending on what projects I'm working on, I keep changing up my subscription plan because I don't need the EX every month. So yeah. But yeah, this is Clip Studio Paint. Highly can recommend it. Especially if you want to do comics, webtoons, any sorts of, basically even illustrations. This is a fantastic software to have, especially for comics. It's wonderful. Sanity saying it is rude. So wow, 17 people. Kadir saying hello everyone, hello. Journal Comics saying a lot of artists are streaming lately. I even started. It's kinda therapeutic for me. Working on comic drawing and writing is lonely. You ever have live chats with others when you're working? Yeah, I think it is a great thing for artists to live stream. It's more of a community event. I kind of feel like that it's somewhat harder for artists to get into live streaming than, say, for gaming or blogs or something like that. But at the same time, it can have a lot of benefits because you can provide great content to your viewers because they can watch you create stuff. And on the other hand, yeah, it's a process that normally would be very lonely. And I personally feel like that whenever I'm drawing in a live stream, I'm having an easier time getting into a hyper focus, so I can work super efficiently, and it's actually great for me as well. Of course, sometimes it's easy to get distracted by the chat. Like, I'm not sure if anyone here remembers, but there was one time when I was literally an hour and a half behind every comment in like a 4-hour stream, and that was just beautiful. But yeah, I think streams like this are great. Mainly this was the reason I started live streaming back then, because I figured might as well talk to people while I'm drawing. And yeah, recently actually we did it with Sanity when we were working on some tight deadline stuff. that we were in Discord call and we were actually streaming to each other, and that was super fun. So that was actually the thing that gave me the idea that, hey, if I could do that on Discord, maybe I could come back to streaming even with this potato internet that I have. So yeah. Momo gaming with animations. Can we like draw with view? If that's okay, like you can check how people's artwork is going. You can share your screen. Oh, that's interesting idea. Yeah. I mean, I know that several people tend to draw during these live streams themselves. I don't know how to accommodate that just yet. I was thinking that since I have a Discord server, a Saigami Project Discord server, we could accommodate something like that where people can share their screens while drawing, and then we could look at each other's stuff as well. I'm not sure how to do that with the live stream, since this whole new setup that I'm streaming from an Android tablet is so new for me. I will need to look into this, like how it could be actually done, because I have no idea. I'm pretty much a noob for this. So yeah. Monitor Comics saying, hello Sunny, glad I could catch the stream. Well, nice to see you here. Thank you for joining. Reaper Grows, I remember, sorry for making too many jokes. Oh yes, you were there. Oh, you remember, yes. Momo Gaming saying in voice chat. Oh, yeah, I will look into that and how to do it. I will look into like specs on how to do it, because my internet is super bad. Like, I'm literally streaming right now from 2.5 megabits upload speed. So I will need to look into it, how I could do that smoothly, because yeah, right now I'm like literally logged off from every device everywhere to make sure that the bandwidth is only focused on this stream. So yeah, I will have to look into this, because I think that will be fun going forward. There's definitely more things I could do in these streams to make it more interactive, and yeah, definitely we'll look into these things. Thank you for the recommendation. Sanity is saying, that was fun, we kept each other accountable. Oh yeah, and we both needed it. Reverse Crow saying, that sounds like much fun. I was thinking about actually using the voice chat in Discord. Yeah, I definitely want to do something with Discord. So yeah, that would be a great idea going forward, that we can have like a group voice chat even, and yeah, people can just chat around, and we can just draw together. So yeah, definitely. I can't promise to do that today, because like I said, this is basically like, even though we already did a test, this is like a warm-up stream to see if this actually works in the long run. But yeah, going forward, I definitely would love to try something like that. Sanity saying, it wouldn't be quite possible if you're doing it on your tablet. You'd have to be on the PC. Yeah, that's what I was kind of afraid of. So yeah, like I said, I still will need to figure out how I could be doing these things, so we'll look into it, and I definitely will keep you guys updated. Gigi asking, can anyone join the Discord? Yeah. I think the link should be in my card as well, I hope. So even if in this video you see the video link, all links, or you just go to saigamiproject.carrd.co, that's my card link. And that will have all of my social media links, and it will have a Discord link as well, and that will lead you to my server. So yeah. I think the link should work, because it's an open server, so I would hope that it will work. But yeah, I think it should be open. I think so. I'm not an expert when it comes to Discord, but it should be an open server. Tricking saying, I use hotspot from phone because I live in the boonies. Oh, that's a mood. Yeah, I feel that. I'm on satellite, but yeah. Pretty much. Sunny saying, yes, you can find a link in the card. and was saying, okay, I think you could use Discord on the stream, just like go to your app, join my server, and like we can just chill and chat. I will look into that. Like I said, since I'm on a tablet, it's kind of different as if I was streaming from a PC, because everything is super different on Android, because technically Android isn't supposed to be your main device or to stream from, but this is what we're gonna work with. Alright, so now I'm actually gonna start drawing. So basically, there are options, and I figured I might as well ask what you guys would be more interested in seeing drawing. So I have this sketch artwork. One of the things I could do is I could ink and color this. Not sure if I would be able to finish the coloring, but I definitely would be inking, coloring a little bit while we keep chatting. Or another option would be that if I draw something from scratch, probably would be like either a headshot of a character, a half body, something. Right now I'm in a brain rot for Arcane or Legend of Zelda, so it probably would be either an Arcane character or a Legend of Zelda character. So these are the options, so let me know in the chat of what would you be interested in me drawing. So yeah, either sketching with those characters or either inking and coloring this piece in front of me. So yeah, Crow's asking what happened to your PC. My PC is still in a different country. So yeah, I still need to get my PC, because I moved last year and I couldn't move with all my stuff. So right now all I have is my tablet, which is my main workstation right now, and I have a laptop as well, but my laptop is so old and it has like 3 gigs of RAM, so I literally cannot use it for streaming because it just keeps crashing and crashing and crashing. So yeah, right now the setup I have is that I'm drawing on a tablet, and that's where the stream is running from, and I'm using the laptop connected to my mobile's hotspot to read the comments actually. So yeah, I'm really hoping to get my PC hopefully this year. It's just very complicated to have a desktop PC and a monitor be transported to a completely different country. So yeah, but hopefully once I have that, things will change tremendously, because I will actually have a proper workstation to do stuff from. So yeah, I don't know what that comment is. Sanity is saying Mel Medarda. Ooh, okay, yeah. JRR saying, hi Sunny, Happy New Year. Oh my god, yes, Happy New Year, y'all. I totally forgot to say Happy New Year. I kinda was not on the top of my game this holiday season. Young baby, the artist saying, yo Sunny, how it's going? Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today, and I'm super happy to be back and so see many familiar names and faces, where icons or artworks you use as your profile picture. So I'm super happy right now. Coder saying, oh man, that sounds like my laptop. Lol, gotta be a decade old at least, I bet. Yeah. Like, I think, yeah, my laptop is not a decade old yet, but it's getting closer. Plus, even when I bought it, it wasn't the best laptop. So yeah, I kind of got scammed, because yeah, I wanted something with more RAMs, and it turns out that it didn't even have as much as I thought it had. Ignite saying Buick. Those of you who don't know, and that's probably all of you, BUEK is an an acronym for saying Happy New Year in Hungarian, which is my mother tongue. So that's super nice. Mom was saying, well, I think I can help you with that, like talk to the viewers and all that. Well, that's nice, yeah. I mean, I know that our streamers tend to do that they are having several people in our streams and several people are talking, and there's usually one person reading comments and the rest are answering and stuff. So yeah, definitely there are options. Okay, meantime, I'm trying to look up a reference picture. And I will try to figure out how to do a split screen so I can actually look at my reference image. Nope. Okay. So, Sunny said Mel Medarda. How do we feel about that? Any Arcane fans here? Because then I think I'm gonna be dropping Mel because damn, she's hot. Like, she's definitely one of my favorite characters from Arcane. And even though I don't know anything about LOL, I definitely think that she has one of the best designs. Mel say, Sunny saying Mel hot. Yeah, she is. She's incredible. Gigi saying Arcane is awesome. It really is. I actually just saw it like last week, so I'm like super behind on all of the trends and everything, but holy shit, it was incredible. Sunny saying Sunny wants Mel to step on them. I mean I shouldn't be the only one. Like, yeah, she could step on me, alright. Coder saying, I'm cool with whoever you choose, but Y or Echo would be cool to see you draw. Oh my god, yeah. Y and Echo are probably my two favorite characters. Like, yes, I'm a simp for Mel, absolutely. But definitely Y and Echo are my favorite characters. Like, oh, I don't want to spoil anything in case there's someone who hasn't seen it yet, but oh my god, like, Echo's scene actually made me cry. Like, I legit cried. Crow saying, I don't really know any Arcane characters beside the characters from League of Legends. I used to play it in high school. I'm sorry. But you definitely should go and watch Arcane. It's incredible. Like, holy hell, it's so good. And the best thing is that you don't have to know anything about League. Like, I don't know anything about it. I never played it, never wanted to. All I ever seen from League was cosplay and like video features whenever they did something animated. But yeah, Arcane is catering to people who don't know the games, and I think that was wonderful. And it's just such good storytelling. It's incredible. Monitor saying I'd simp for Mel. Oh yeah. Me too. Sunny saying they are all so cool. They are. Holy hell, they are. As much as I'm simp for Mel, I actually might try to draw Y. Just because I feel like she's a tiny bit easier for my style. Like, I definitely want to draw Mel too, because I have to draw her. I just have to. But I feel like for starting, Y probably would be an easier pick for me. So I think I'm gonna start with her. And depending on how fast things go, I might draw other characters as well. But yeah, I definitely feel like Y is in my alley. Like, not just the hair, like everything. Although Arcane has like a really interesting style. That will be interesting to capture in my style. Kadra saying about Y and Echo being my faves. I mean, Same. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sunny saying, why would be an easier power map? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah. Mel has such a cool design, but it's also, I think it's a much harder for someone like me who's primarily focusing on manga and anime inspired style. Yeah, so I'm actually super excited. I never draw Arcane characters, so this is my very first time drawing Y. So I'm just gonna from Arcane for people who might miss this part. I'm just opening up some reference images because obviously I can draw her from memory. So yeah. Journal Comic saying, have you ever been interviewed about being a comic artist that's published? If so, is there a link? I've been wondering how it is on that side of the fence. Yeah, I have been. I wonder if there's a link. Well, there were interviews in Hungary. I actually had newspaper articles in several Hungarian newspaper and magazines, and there was a TV interview, which I might have the recordings, but they were all in Hungarian, so it probably wouldn't do much good for you. I wonder if there was anything in English, or anything noteworthy. Because I know I was doing like smaller interviews with like people who had blogs, or there used to be, or maybe it's still a thing. I actually don't even know. There was this site, GMI, I think. Oh, I heard a noise, but I don't know where it came from. It sounded like a Twitch notification. Is that normal? What happened? I don't know what happened, but I heard a Twitch notification sound. Anyway, someone let me know what was that sound. I don't know what happened. I can't see anything. I only see my screen in front of me. So was it like a pop-up notification? I can't even see. I'm sorry. I'm so on top of my game here. Anyway, I'm just starting out with a red sketch. So yeah, I don't know if there's like any proper interviews. I think there should be some coming up. That will be public once we have more word out about the so yeah. But yeah, I don't have anything from the top of my head that I could be linking. Like, I know there were several in-house interviews with Saturday AM, like video interviews, or live chats that you could find on the Saturday AM, YouTube or Instagram, but I don't remember anything. Right now, what I might look into it. Okay, I'm gonna catch up with the comments real quick because I still don't know what just happened. Something not if you got a subscriber, not if. Oh, thank you. I don't know who subscribed, but wait, was it a Twitch how does that work? Oh my god, I'm so lost here. I don't know how this works. Like, yeah, I don't know. Monitor saying someone subscribed. I know you can set alerts for YouTube live streams using Streamlabs like you would for Twitch. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs right now. It's an Android version, so it like looks completely different than what I used on PC. But yeah, I remember the sound. So yeah, it's just, I'm sorry. I'm so not on the top of the game right now. Also, as usual, I'm starting with like a super rough sketch. Just to see what kind of composition I want to go with, and yeah, everything will be much more refined and actually artwork looking. I mean, I kind of wonder because I think I started up the stream like 3 times because there was some error message popping up that there was something wrong with my audio, I think, or something. So yeah, I honestly have no idea. I wish I had any idea what's going on, but I clearly do not. So yeah. Yeah, so usually in this phase, my drawings look like super ugly before I actually will move forward and actually start refining details. And yeah, I really admire artists who have like the super clean sketchy styles. I'm absolutely not one of those artists. It sounds good. Like I think anatomy and books like that are definitely things most artists should be looking more into, myself included. Like God knows I never took any proper classes or anything. I've been doing a lot of like figure drawing practices, but there was an anatomy book. I wish I remember what the title was. It was a Hungarian version that I had, that was just as raw as it can be, just anatomy for art, that I got back home. But yeah, apart from that, I don't know. Definitely should be an absolute mess when it comes to sketches. Like sometimes my characters have like 6 arms, 7 legs, 3 heads. Whenever I'm trying to figure out how to do things, it's just such a huge mess for me all the time. But that's one of the things I really like about digital, that you can always just play around with things, clean things up as you go. You can have as many layers as you want. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like right now, I'm not happy about the position of the head, so I'm just tilting it a little bit. Actually, as much, oops, as I like those big robotic hands, I'm gonna just go with like simple fists. Oops, nope. Well, number one tip for like everything, using references is absolutely helpful for everything. Like I think it's one of the worst artist habits that you can have is that you're trying to draw everything from memory. And there's still like this stupid stigma regarding artists that, oh, you're not supposed to be looking at references. Yes, you're supposed to be looking at references. Always look at references, because that's how you learn and that's how you actually get things correctly. And shapes, everything could be just like, you know, cylinders, tubes, squares, spheres. And if you actually learn how to draw those shapes in perspective, that can help you tremendously with foreshortening. So instead of like trying to learn something as complex as the human body, first start out with learning how to draw these basic shapes in perspective and how to do foreshortening with those, and then you can apply that to the human body. I'm not saying this is something that will happen overnight, but if you practice with the right mindset and you're actually understanding what you're doing, it's actually pretty easy and something that you can learn easily. Crossing, I like to keep my line work clean. Yeah, I don't. Like, even my inking style, I feel like, has become a tiny bit messier maybe over time. So, I mean, it's not necessarily a wrong thing. You definitely can see a trend lately that it's more likely to see manga even with less refined art, which I found pretty interesting. How many of the current top series are actually pretty rough when you compare it to manga from several years ago. So yeah, that's something I personally find interesting. Like, yeah, yeah. I mean, I tend to switch things about a lot of times. Like, I don't think I have too much of a consistent work method. Like, it also depends on what I'm drawing. But I personally like to experiment, learning all the time how I can do things in a different way, how I can do something more efficiently. So I think that's part of the fun you can have with art. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lower the opacity of this one. And turn it blue. Where's my layer? Oh, down here. Okay. And we turned it blue. As you can see, I already plan to draw Y because I already have a reference image in the subview for the colors once it comes to coloring. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna be coloring this piece today, so we'll see. I mean, it depends on how fast I can draw. I wanted this stream to be a very, very, very low pressure sort of stream, so Sanity is saying, what's inking? I don't know her. I mean, I personally think that inking is not for everyone necessarily. Like, there are artists who are so much better with just like sketchy stuff. I personally like inking. It's one of the things that I found very soothing, at least digitally. I always used to fear inking when I was working still traditionally, because there was a lot of pressure. But ever since I started easiest with like in hyperfocus, if that makes any sense, because yeah, my sketchy process tends to be like very mixed bags of experiences. Crocheting, I'm a natural perfectionist, but it's hard to stop sometimes. Yeah, I sometimes tend to be like that too. I'm not always a perfectionist, or at least I don't think I am, but you're saying, I think the influx of rougher art styles could be their way of trying to make the weekly chapter schedule feasible. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's just insane. No one should be working with those work conditions. But no matter where you look at, be it the webtoons or manga, it's just publication is not fun. Even if you have like assistants, it's just ridiculous. I tend to always listen to music. Of course, right now it's an exception because right now I don't have anything playing in the background because I didn't want to overwhelm my internet. It depends what I'm drawing. I have several playlists. Sometimes I like to set the mood for whatever I'm drawing, so I for example, whenever I'm working on Ruby fan art, I tend to put on the Ruby soundtracks. Or whenever I'm drawing a more romantic piece, I have a go-to playlist that has songs along those lines. I have a playlist for Saigami, I have one for Killshot. And next to that, I have 2 other playlists. One of them is instrumental only. That's the playlist I usually listen to whenever... Oh, that was a big snore, big girl. I'm not sure if you guys can hear all the snoring from the background, but it's funny. So whenever I'm planning chapters or doing storyboards, I prefer to listen to instrumental only music because I find it harder to focus with lyrics on. Mixed bag of songs of everything I like. Sometimes I just put that on and just go with the flow and see what pops up. And yeah, sometimes I just leave myself in the whim of Spotify and go to my Discover Weekly. Sometimes I discover good songs, sometimes it's just meh. But yeah, I always like to listen to music. But that's rarer. I prefer music. Definitely prefer music, and I honestly feel like I usually need music to get me going. Gigi saying, my internet keeps interrupting the stream. I want to listen. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know how bad it is with bad internet. Well, I hope it will work out for you. Young Baby asking, how's Killshot going? There's a lot I could say right now. And there are certain things I can't. There are plans for Killshot this year. I have pages from the next installment ready. Yeah, it's going. Killshot is definitely not dead. Even if it might seem like. But yeah. Regardless of Saigami getting the book deal and being the main focus right now, Killshot is a very, very, very important project for me. And I definitely want to focus on it more. And yeah, it's... oh, it's kind of hard because there are certain things I cannot say. Or at least not yet. Well, yeah, you definitely will see more of Killshot in one way or another. It might not be how you're used to seeing it. So yeah, Killshot is doing great. It just needs a little push in a certain direction, and yeah, I hope to, if nothing else, I think in the second half of the year, definitely I would like Killshot to be my main focus. Right now there are certain things I need to deal with and figure out. On certain fronts I cannot talk about. But yeah, I definitely want Killshot to be way more this year than it was last year, or yeah. It's hard because I cannot say certain things, which will either be good news or bad news, depending on where you stand or how you look at things. But yeah, yeah, Killshot has a future for sure. Kuder saying, I heard that one. yeah, she's literally sleeping next to my chair, which is so funny because her bed, I'm talking about the pug Nora, her bed is not supposed to be here, but she dragged her bed here as if she was knowing that, oh, there's gonna be a stream, people surely will want to listen to me snoring. So yeah, meet Nora. Crossing, I went to a couple of cons, and when I saw Ruby art, I always think of you and Pagoda. Aww. Ruby is good. I can only recommend it to everyone. Okay. Oh my god, why is everything in here? Why is all of this in one folder? Go there. There we go. Nope, still everything there. Yeah, I don't know what I did here with my... These aren't supposed to be here. Confused person trying to figure out Clip Studio live streaming. Jesus Christ, where did all my... Why is everything in here? These are supposed to be separate tabs here, and right now they are just not. So I will real quickly try to figure it out, because this is driving me nuts. Here's go there. Okay. And I just want my navigate. Okay, now we're separated. There we go. Yeah, now comes the dreaded mirroring part, so I can see how badly I screwed up with the eyes and everything. Pro tip, always mirror. Which is definitely much easier if you're working. Shh, Emmet. Hush. I don't know what I was saying anymore. Anyway, keep mirroring your artworks. It helps. It's a very, very painful process, but it helps. Maybe I can move. Emmet, shh. I'm sorry, guys. There are squirrels outside, and this young man is very excited about them. Sorry. Shoot, where was I in the comments? I completely lost track of where I was. Typical me. Oh yeah, the Ruby art, yes. Kadir saying, hey, there's no rush for new kill shot. I always be hyped whenever the new installment drops. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I promise you, the wait will be worth for kill shot. So yeah, I think many people will be happy. Once I can bring Killshot back the way I want, because yeah, I definitely want to work more and more and more on it. Young baby asking, what's been the hardest part of the project so far? That's a good question. There's a certain thing I could say, or at least I would say, but I probably cannot. Oh, this is hard. I will try to say it. Yeah, fuck it, yeah. So one thing with the whole Killshot project, and this is not really something that is tied into how I actually work on stuff, but let's just say that sometimes you have to realize that a certain platform is not the best for all of your stories or arts. And sometimes certain projects will require you to move in a different direction. And I think with Killshot, there was a certain thing that was holding me back. And now I see things differently. And now that I'm actually seeing those things that were holding me back, I can realize that was the best direction for the whole project. And hold on, I'm gonna let the dog in. Come on in. And yeah, now that I think I have my mind set on that, I can actually plan for Killshot better, and I don't have to feel like I'm held back by certain things. And I know this is like super big, but it is for a reason. but yeah, I think that was one of the hardest things. And of course, when we look at technicalities, since it's a different story, a very different atmosphere than my shonen work, which was like my previous works, be the short stories or Saigami. I wanted Killshot to also look and feel differently, even if you just hit at the pages. Like, you still can say that, yeah, it looks like my style because it is my art after all. But I also wanted to make it look different, feel different. So I was trying to see what I can do there to make Killshot feel like its own thing and not just another shonen-esque thing that is like so typical of my style, or at least what my style used to be like. I feel like I'm definitely not in the realm of shonen anymore. Like, yeah, people change, things change, and yeah, even though my roots for drawing and art and manga were definitely in the shonen, I don't find it as appealing anymore. Like, I still do work in that area. Saigami to a certain degree is still shonen-esque. But yeah, I definitely moved in a different direction with my style and my career, I think. So Killshot was pretty much a training ground for that, so to speak, because I knew that I want something different, but back then I didn't exactly know, like, how do I start this? How will this work out? Can I do this? So yeah, that was a very interesting phase for creating Killshot. But yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with it so far. There are still things I want to like fix up and do better. Many things. There's a username that I think is like Russian and I can't read that, so I don't know your username, but there's a comment war red. I don't know what that is for, but yeah. Gigi asking favorite character in Ruby. Yang Xiaolong. that was an easy one. Yeah, Yang is absolutely my favorite. I like many characters in Ruby, of course, but yeah, Yang. Emmet, shh. Let the squirrels be. But like all of Team Ruby, I like. But Yang is absolutely my favorite. Crow saying, but I'm scared to mirror my art. It's the necessary evil. I know it's scary, but it will really help you. Be brave. It's for the greater good. And now I'm probably just bullshitting the clothing here because I'm just looking at like tiny reference images and I cannot decide if that's a hood or like colors on the jacket. So I'm just gonna do something that's like vaguely similar, and eventually I will refine this artwork, probably, hopefully. But yeah, this is still just like a... They're saying dog's gonna dog a lot. Oh yeah, and these guys do dog a lot, or at least Emmett does. He's very much a dog. He thinks that he's the big dog of the house, yet he's a pug, so he's not much of a threat. Libravic saying, don't be sorry about the noise, lol, I enjoy it. Let me know you're human. Oh, I'm definitely human, and yeah, actually I was expecting way worse when it comes to noises, because right now our kitties are really well behaved and they are just rolling around on the floor. Normally you will hear so much more noise in this house. So yeah. But I cannot control Emmett's barking, definitely, because there are so many squirrels and birds today, and he loves to bark at everything. So So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna fix up this hand later. Cross saying, yeah, I don't have to apologize for the noises. Kudra saying, it's fine being vlog and geese and all that. Yep. Oh yeah. All the things I could say. But I cannot. At least not yet. But eventually. And now I'm just bullshitting the hand details here. Cross saying, I completely understand. Coder saying, oh, does everyone in chat know about SaturdayCon? Cross asking, SaturdayCon. Oh yeah, so SaturdayCon is gonna be Saturday EM's virtual convention next weekend, I think. Yeah, I think it's next weekend. It will be all excuse me, live streamed on YouTube. But of course, if you want some extra things, you can sign up. For like VIP tickets and one-on-ones and all that stuff. So yeah, you can find more information on the Saturday AM site. There will be more information about the book deals, announcing future books. There are some guests. Yeah, there information. I don't know much. I'll be honest, I'm not really involved with SaturdayCon. I might or might not be in a panel. I honestly don't know. So yeah, but you can find more information about what the various tickets can get you if you want to sign up for a ticket. The whole event, as far as I know, will be free to watch on YouTube, but if you sign up for a VIP ticket or something, that can get you some extra perks. Yeah, that's that's all I can say right now. There might be creators here in the chat who are more involved with SaturdayCon than I am. So if you are, feel free to share the word and anything more, because God knows I'm not really involved with this one. So yeah, I don't know too much of the details. Yeah, the date has been confirmed, the 15th and the 16th. Yeah, that's like the only thing I remember. Cross saying, I don't check my Instagram as often as I used to, so I forgot. Rocketman art, Bleach anime coming back. Oh yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. Which I didn't know I wanted. Like, sure, I finished reading the Bleach manga, and while the anime was still airing, I watched like the canon parts, not the fillers. But it's kind of fun how they are bringing Bleach back so many years after the manga has ended. Like, how many years has it been? Like 5, maybe more. Like, oh yeah, I don't even remember. So yeah, but I actually saw the trailer, or it was more like a teaser for the Bleach anime, and that was awesome. Like, the moment I heard that music playing, I actually got goosebumps. So I might be getting on that nostalgia train and just watch some Bleach. Especially, it sounds like it won't be as censored as Bleach was. So I'm actually looking forward to. Not everything, because I remember there were some really bad things in the last arc that were just like not my cup of tea or not interested at all. But there are some good moments there, so I would be interested in seeing that. And if nothing else, hey big boy, the nostalgia. Like, we live in an age where we kind of need and want nostalgia all the time, so I think that will be fun. Okay, I'm gonna make my blue layer go away. And now I have a sort of kind of refined sketch that I can actually use to make a proper sketch. Usually, when it's a character I can draw easily, I build ink on top of this. But since Y is a character I'm not too familiar with, I want to use an extra sketch layer to refine the details a bit more, especially since there's some wonky stuff here with those hands, and I know I'm missing some tattoo designs, and God knows I have no idea how her clothes look like. So yeah, I'm just gonna add another layer. And oh, hey big boy, I have a kitty who desperately wants to be up on the table, and I wish I had a camera. I could show you all the animals. Okay, kitty gone. So where was I? Zooming in a little bit. Coder saying they have part of the convention schedule visible in the Saturday map. Oh, I had no idea about that. I haven't used the app this year yet. So yeah, that's good to know. I honestly didn't know that. So yeah, if you have the Saturday map, you can check the information about the convention in the app too. I know that it definitely... Nora, honey. I'm not sure how much you guys can hear, but she's doing her best to rip apart a paper shopping bag right now. She literally has more chewy toys than I have clothes, yet she chooses a paper bag. Anyways, yeah, Saturday map, con details, yeah, there are details everywhere. I know that there's some on the homepage too, so yeah, even if you don't have the app, just going to the homepage, you can check details. Crossing, I went down a whole nostalgia trip last week playing a Bleach game and remembering how much I adore the series. Yeah, like, I think Bleach, even though it never really lived up to the big Shonen 3 hype as the other two, Naruto and One Piece, I think there's something special about Bleach. And yeah, for a while, Bleach used to be one of my comfort shows that I will just put in the background whenever I just can't sleep or when I just needed some distraction. And yeah, I've seen Bleach many times like that. I think I've seen it with like 3 different dubs, because I saw it with the Japanese dub first, then Hungarian dub, and then the American dub. So, and it kind of works. Like, honestly, Bleach worked in all 3 dubs, so that's cool. And the music, like the whole mood. I feel like the mood of Bleach was something, the vibes were just really something that they nailed with the anime. And of course, the manga was outstanding with the stylized choices so many times. Like, sometimes it was ridiculous, but when it came to art style, I think that Bleach was the best of the big 3. Coder saying, I swear it's almost been 10 years since Bleach finished. Yeah, I was actually thinking the same, because, yeah. It's been a long time. Like, I know that I was still living in Hungary when Bleach finished, so yeah, that was a long time ago. Crossing, but I'm not sure if I want to watch the final season or read anything after Ichigo versus Aizen. Like, admittedly, the Soul Society arc is something that was probably the best. I'm on the wrong layer, yes. Personally, I always prefer the Uekimundo arc of Bleach. Like, that was my favorite. Like, sure, the Soul Society was fun and it had such great twists and all, but personally I really liked the Uekimundo characters, Like Ulquiorra and Grimjaw were my favorites of that time when it came to anime villains, and I really, really liked them. And yeah, I think it was just fun. Like, there were some really bad battles in Wikimondo arc as well, but yeah, I think that was really good. After that, there was like everything just went downhill with the Fullbringer arc, and yeah, I don't think the last arc ever lived up to the hype of the first 2 seasons. But there were some really solid and interesting moments in the final arc that I won't spoil, because partially I can't remember. I just remember that there were moments where I was like, damn. And some other times I was like, this is stupid as shit. So yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag. Plus, the ending was like super, super, super rushed. And you really could feel that in many places. But who knows, maybe they can fix that with the anime. I mean, it wouldn't be the first that a prematurely ended manga got fixed by an anime adaptation that has time. So yeah, you never know. I definitely will give it a try, and we'll see. If nothing else, for the nostalgia. Crossing, I need to get the Saturday map. It's a very convenient way to read the magazines, definitely. And you can also get some collected chapter packs and volumes. So yeah. It's pretty nice and convenient to have it on. Rocketman art saying Saigami Volume 1 and 2 was really good. I'm excited to read Volume 3. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Well, given the whole new book deal, Volume 3 is a little bit further in the future. I cannot give any details on that just yet. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to see the future of Saigami. And yeah, like I said in the beginning, the new volume has some changes that can make the story I wouldn't necessarily say better. There are things that I think are definitely making it better. I personally really like the new beginning the story has. That was one of my biggest problems always with Saigami, how the story began. Like that, you really could feel it, that it was amateurish when I first started it. And I'm really happy with the new beginning. And yeah, there are some other changes that might change later volumes as well, but obviously I cannot say too much. But yeah. And of course, are we barking cars now? Really? Now that the squirrels are gone, we're barking at cars. And I don't know where I was going. Yeah, you can pre-order Saigami Volume 1, the Rockport edition. That is a very important distinction. That this is the Rockport edition, that the new one, the new books are all called the Rockport edition. And you can pre-order them basically every major bookstores, book sites, online places, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Books A Million, you name it basically. Wherever you can buy or order books, you can order our books. And likewise, they will hit stores as well. Of course, we will give more information about that once we're getting closer to the release date. But if you want to make sure that your local bookstores have them, pre-ordering the volumes really help as well. You wanna go out again? Go work out all of the cars. Where was I? In the comments. Crossing, you're not wrong. Soul Society was great and Mundo was fun and wild. I know Kubo intended to end it after Ichigo versus... Oh, that Ichigo versus... Yeah, I think that's what it should have ended too. Yeah, I absolutely agree on that. I mean, there were still like some mysteries that we learned about after that point. Oops, I just pressed something on my keyboard. There we go. Yeah, but I think that would have been a perfect point to end the story, because Fullbringer arc was just so bad. So bad. But yeah, I think Bleach also was one of the victims of the never-ending show. So yeah, I think that was kind of sad. And then it was just ended so fast, and it was just sad. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit, and I wanna flip, and I'm still not happy with the eyes. I'm just gonna move things around a little bit and try to fix things. Let's see, back to the comments. Crossing, my friend tried to convince me to continue, but it was weird and ridiculous. But I still love Unohana and her insane backstory. Oh yeah, that was wild. Yeah, I think some of the characters had like super insane backstories. I never vied with Unohana. Like, I personally was never really the type who will go crazy over crazy characters or characters who are like that archetype, but yeah, it certainly was something that you did not see coming, so that was at least interesting. Libravik, have you seen or read any Jobless Reincarnation? I don't know what that is, so I don't think I have. It sounds like yet another... Oh, I died and then I got reborn in this new world. Isekai stories. But yeah, I have nothing to add to that. Because they're saying, yeah, but making too much money, so it had to extend it, I guess. Yeah, that's exactly it. And I think that's something that they might not do anymore, or at least I think everyone was surprised to see Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer, ending so quick, literally in the middle of the anime hype. And that was something I really liked. Not saying that I finished reading the manga yet, but it was actually nice to see that the creator just could end the story whenever it was time for the story to end. And I think that's how all stories should be handled. Just end it whenever it's time for the story. Gigi's saying Doggy will protect everyone. Oh yeah, he's such a good boy. He will protect everyone at all costs, from everything. Squirrels, birds, cars, you name it. He will protect us all. You gotta cover the windows at this point. Yeah, that's what normally I do. But we had such a beautiful sunny day today that I just rather wanted to put up with the noises just to enjoy a little bit of sunshine, because I just need that. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely can feel the winter blues, and sunshine is just good for you. Like, most of the times I'm cooped inside anyway, because I keep drawing all day basically. So yeah, the fact that it was a beautiful sunny day was just, it was so good, and I just enjoyed the sunshine. But you know what, now I'm actually gonna pull the curtains because the sun has set, and now I'm taking away his Windows privileges. Not that it will stop him, because he knows how to get behind the curtain, so I cannot guarantee the success of this move, but I tried. I really tried. Where was I in the comments? Coder saying, I know Indigo has all the books. Oh yeah, I forgot about Indigo. Yeah, but basically, you name like a big book chain, they will have it for sure. So yeah, all of the. But if you go to the Saturday M homepage, or you go to, even if you just type in the book title like Saigami, Appleback, Hammer, Oblivion Rouge, Titan King, and you write Corto after it, you will find, I think Google research, and Corto's homepage will have all of the links to all of the major book sites where you can pre-order your copy. Manos QYP, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Happy New Year. What's your thoughts about Demon Slayer story, Mugen Train, with Rengoku is breaking my heart. I actually haven't seen Mugen Train yet, nor did I read the manga that far. I know I'm probably like super far behind on every manga and anime at this point. But I only seen the first season of Demon Slayer, and I even read a little bit less of the manga. Because I started reading the manga when I started watching the anime, when it was airing. And then I just never really finished it. I still want to, because it was fun. Like, Demon Slayer is still a story to me that it's good, but I absolutely don't understand the hype. But, you know, I mean, the anime was beautifully done. Like, that was how anime is supposed to be done, because it was such a quality stuff. But yeah, you know, the story always felt somewhat generic to me, which might be just, you know, my taste changing in the media I consume, or maybe just me being much older now than the audience of shonen manga. I just have different interests in what I look for in a story. But I honestly never understood the hype about Demon Slayer, and it did surprise me how it was breaking all those records. Like, it was just mind blowing. So yeah, like, but you know, like, everything I've seen in the Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer anime or manga has been done before in a sort of way. Like, it still to this day gave me Fullmetal Alchemist vibes, but if I have to pick between the two, like, Fullmetal Alchemist is obviously topping it in every area. So yeah, I just really didn't understand the hype. It was the right time. Things tend to perform differently this day and age because anime is now mainstream. So it's very interesting that it was this property that actually became the big thing that everyone knew and everyone was talking about. And it's not necessarily the best. It's just this pop the loudest. So yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, I still plan to finish reading, or I think the anime might be airing right now, the new season. Correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe it's coming. I don't know. Like, I'm so not up to date with anime news anymore. So yeah, I definitely want to look into it when I will have the time. But at the same time, it's not my priority, because I wouldn't consider myself try my hardest to watch it the day it's airing or anything. So yeah, that's me and Demon Slayer. Where was I? In the comments. I absolutely lost my place in the comments. Oh, Coder saying wishlisted them for now, but I pre-order eventually. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you know, you still have time to pre-order. Like I said, the books will come out in June, so that should grant a lot of time to pre-order, and you know, basically the books are like $14, so even if you just put aside a few bucks every month, you have 7 more months. 6, yeah, because it's June. Yeah, okay, so 6 months to put aside money to get the books for yourself. So you know, no rush, and any and all support is much appreciated. Rocketman Art asking, what anime are you looking forward to the most? The first thing that comes to my mind is Ruby Volume 9, and yes, I just got Ruby anime, I know, but right now that's the first thing that comes to my mind. But if we're speaking strictly in terms of Japanese anime, I would say the next season of Haikyuu, which I don't think it has even been announced. Season 5, 6? How many has it been? I don't know. I think it's gonna be 5, season 5, if I remember right. Yeah, so that will be it. But at the same time, I really haven't been keeping up with anime and manga at all lately. I've been focusing a tiny bit more on Western shows, with some good stuff, fun stuff. Another thing that I'm really looking forward to, and I wouldn't really consider it anime, although the style is kind of like that. Oh my god, the title is escaping me. Vox Machina, the Critical Role show. That I'm looking forward to. I really want to see that. But yeah, when it comes to anime, I don't even know what is airing this season. There are a few things that I wanted to look into a while ago, but I kind of lost track of it. So yeah, I'm not on the top of my anime game anymore. For worse or the better, who knows? I'm not caught up with it yet, completely. Are you behind the curtain barking, sir? Why are you behind the curtain? But yeah, I think that was probably the last anime I watched in a while. Like, I don't even remember the last time I watched anime. Oh, I've been watching some, actually, yes. I think that was simultaneously while I was watching Eden Zero. I was watching a little bit of Tokyo Revengers, which was interesting, but I kind of stopped watching it because it was just dragging for me, and it was just, yeah. I'm not reviving with anime recently, I guess. And of course, there's always the new Makoto Shinkai work that I'm definitely looking forward to whenever it comes out, because those I really tend to like. So those don't disappoint. Okay, I'm gonna catch up real quick. So I'm gonna use this to just stretch my fingers a little bit, and I'm gonna catch up. Where was I even? Okay, Crow saying, I need to read Demon Slayer, it looks like my kind of things. Sawshock saying, hey, oh hello, another familiar name and face. Kodira, absolutely extending the story because of money just leads to drag more often than that. Oh yeah, absolutely. Crow saying, I'm far behind in a lot of manga too. That's a mood, yep. Monitor Comics saying, I don't get the hype either. I think the anime really boosted sales. The plot is very textbook, as you said. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think the anime, since it just came at the right time. Like, it was airing during the time everyone was stuck at home. Everyone wanted to watch something. And yeah, all it took basically just one snippet of a video or a GIF of a very coolly animated scene, and people just jumped on the hype, even though it was not necessarily justified, but it was just that time. I kind of feel like Demon Slayer was the Tiger King of the anime world. Because it was just that time that it just blipped in the right time when everyone was just desperate for something you haven't seen yet. And it was Demon Slayer for the anime fans. And yeah, it just exploded. Like, I'm not saying that it's bad, but yeah, just like Monitor said, it's so textbook. Like, sure, it has a heart and it's fun many times, but it's just, there's nothing really that feels unique or innovative about it. And yeah, that was a tiny bit of a letdown for me when I read it first, that, you know, there's this new series that is super hype, so let's see what it is. And it just feels like reading something I already read before. Coder saying, if I had to guess how it's so big, could be it's solid enough shonen and setting the Japanese vibes and the anime to blow it up. Yeah, I mean, it had really nice vibes, and the anime definitely boosted it because it has beautiful visuals, and the soundtrack was gorgeous to go with it as well. So that was, yeah. The opening, oh my god, that was a banger. Like, that was one of my favorite openings. It was really good. Not saying that it was my favorite anime openings of all times, but it was definitely a top list contender for sure. Crossing, I'm kind of with you there. I feel like I've been growing away certain kinds of manga. I've been getting more and more into more mature stories. Yeah, same. I think that's kind of natural how you grow older, that you just want something with a little bit more depth. And then, yeah, I feel like I reached that age when, yeah, I want stories that are just a little bit more than just hype. So yeah. Shh, Emmet. Settle down, buddy. Shh, Emmet, come here. Get away from the curtain. Oh, and Nora found the squeaky toy. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. Oh my god. Enjoy some squeaky noises. I'm sorry. This is my life and I love them. So I hope you like squeaky toys and works. Aura Dragon saying hello. Well, hello. Crossing, honestly, that's me and My Hero. Oh yeah, My Hero. Yup. Oh yeah, that, speaking of disappointing anime. Coder saying, but I definitely felt the same from the anime, even though I like it, the story is nothing special. Yeah, exactly. Sunny saying, while I don't particularly care for Demon Slayer, I don't think it's incredible that manga anime has gotten so much acclaim despite the author being a woman. Yes. Oh yes. Yep. Sunny saying, because the only time I recall that being a case for shonen type manga anime is Inuyasha and Fullmetal Alchemist. Yes, I absolutely love that about Demon Slayer, and honestly, that's probably the only reason I want to still like read the manga properly, get the anime, maybe even get the volumes eventually, because yeah, that was incredible, and I'm pretty sure for a while the gender of the creator was hidden, and it was, I think, revealed at a Jump Festa, and so many people were surprised that the creator was actually, in fact, a female creator. And yeah, I just think that's, like, super shitty how so, not just so many countries, but many industries are still dealing with such a level of misogyny that if you're a female creator, you're already starting out, like, so far behind your male contenders. And if you take a look at that's Demon Slayer from a female creator. That's just incredible. And yeah, that was a really good point, because yeah, that was something I wish more people were talking about, because I bet you any money, so many people who love Demon Slayer might not even know that it's from a female creator, because let's be honest, it's not really announce all the time that, hey, this is actually a female creator, which is not necessarily bad, because you don't want to label everything just for the sake of inclusion. But yeah, I think that was definitely wonderful, that it was a female created story that got to be that big blip on the map. Monitor Comics saying facts. Oh yeah. Kader saying, for Japanese anime, the next one I'm probably most interested in is Dr. Stone Season 3. Yeah, Dr. Stone is something I never really got into. I read the manga for a while. It just never really did a thing for me. It just honestly felt too silly for my liking. Like, it was fun with the inventions and the science part, and I really like how it's introducing science to younger readers in a more fun and interesting way. But the rest, it was just too silly for me, so it definitely was not my cup of tea. But yeah, I think it definitely was a very unique and interesting concept, so I like that. Monitor Comics saying, I'd sim for the Mia twins any day. Oh my god, yes, I love the Mia twins. They are so much fun. Oh, and I'm really looking forward to the time skip. Oh, Haikyuu is so good. Haikyuu is so good. So good. All of the characters are so good. Oh, love Haikyuu. I miss Haikyuu. Are we scratching the door? Do you want to go out? Let's go out. Yeah, let's go out. Let's go out. Oh, to be a dog parent. In and out, in and out, in and out. It's not even In-N-Out Burger. If it was In-N-Out Burger, I would be happy to do that all day. Anyway, back for the Mia twins. Yes, I love the Mia twins. They are awesome. Kader saying, that's true for sure, Sunny. I read more than I watch these days, and I read more webtoons than manga these days. Yeah, webtoons are something I feel like I've been sleeping on for a long while, but recently I've been definitely taking an interest in them, and yeah, they are fun and very interesting. Like, I really like how different artistically. Let's see. Oh my god, I'm still so far behind the comments. Crossing, I'm way more into reading manga than watching anime nowadays. Unpopular opinion, I always prefer to read manga over anime. But yeah, like, I think there are certain series that are really great adaptations of anime. There are even certain that I prefer to watch the anime to over compared to, I can't English, lost my train of thoughts, reading the manga. But yeah, I think also reading manga is less time consuming, because it's easier to just, like, especially now that you can basically read manga on your phone. You can just take out your phone, read a chapter in just a couple minutes, while watching anime actually is kind of a more of a commitment when you have to sit down and just watch something. Unless you're watching like dubbed anime, I feel like that's something you can probably consume easier. But yeah. Where was I? What you're saying, which, if any of you all get into webtoons, read the Boxer goated series for me. Oh, okay. I'm still only started to, like, tapping into webtoons. So yeah, I definitely want to look into more, because it's a very interesting form of consuming stories, and I like that. I really like that. Oh my god, that's a long username. Oh my god, definitivamente no malo. I don't know if I pronounced it right or what language that is, but Hello Saigami, do you use a pen display of some sort? Do you have a problem where the lines are like zigzaggy? What I'm using right now to draw is a Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus, so it's a tablet. But I also have pen displays. I have a what is it? Yeah, an XP pen, Artist 13 Pro, I think that's what I have. And I used to have other pen displays as well. I used to have some Artist Souls, other XP pens. Basically, when you get zigzaggy lines, it might be a malfunction of the pen. Like sometimes you just get your tablet with a pen that's just like defunct. So that can happen. I actually had that with one of my Artist Soul tablets, that I got a broken pen basically, and no matter what I tried, it just did not work. But depending on how much of a jitter you get, it might just be that that's the kind of tablet you get. Like, especially if it's something of a cheaper end pen display, they might have not such great of a pen quality. Or heck, even with some laptops that now allow you to draw on the screen can have like really inconsistent line quality and a lot of jitter and problems with it. What you can always try is get the newest driver, reinstall excuse me, reinstall your driver, reset your pen settings. Another thing that can mess you up is if you're on Windows ink can absolutely fuck with your tablet settings. So that's also a thing to look into. Depending on what tablet you're using, it might be just that's the kind of pen display you got, and you just kind of have to work with it. But it also might be worth reaching out to customer support, because sometimes it might just be that you got a defunct product, and they might be able to send you a replacement or help you with like a new driver or a new version. So yeah, definitely look into that, because it might be a sadly normal thing, but it might be something that can be fixed. Crow saying, whoops, and I let my screen fall asleep. Sorry, I will need to set that into like more time, because God knows I keep rambling here a lot. Oh yeah, cruising. I don't know about webtoons. I'm more of a tapaz girl. Also saying, Sunny, you want interesting manga that isn't shonen? I got you. I can recommend you some interesting stuff. And that's a notification. Sorry, I thought I turned those off. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking to find out about more interesting stories. Not saying I have the time right now to deep dive into stuff. God knows it took me so long to just get into watching Arcane finally. And I'm still like, haven't watched so many things that I still want to, or read so many things I want to. Partially I blame that on me recently getting into Zelda games. Yeah, I started playing my first ever Zelda game, and it's fun. So whenever I actually have some time to spend on just myself and just having fun, yeah, I might just default to Zelda because it's fun. But yeah, I'm also always looking into more series and learning about more stuff. So yeah, if you had good recommendations, send them to me, and eventually, hopefully, I will get to looking into all. Apps, lol. Oh my god, yeah, like, guys. Pugs, come here. The pugs are chasing the cats. I'll be right back, just 1 second. Come here, come here. Hey, the kitty. Nora, come on. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know where I was. Oh yeah, the phone. That's one of my problems. That, for example, my phone, it's completely full. Like, I literally had to delete apps that I normally would use, but my phone is just so full that I couldn't get any new apps. And yeah, it's just so sad that you want to use those apps, but you cannot because phones. Because, yeah, you can't just always upgrade your phone whenever you want more apps and something. So it's just... That was one of my struggles, too, that I never really had the space. Gigi saying, I'm excited for the Chainsaw Man anime coming out. Oh, yeah, that actually looks really good. I have very, 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 very mixed feelings about Chainsaw Man. I used to read it. Not sure for how long, but I used to read it from, like, the moment it started, like, from chapter 1. I didn't know what to expect because I looked into Fire Punch while it was still just, like, a web thingy, and I was like, the hell am I reading here? So I immediately dropped that, and then I started reading Chainsaw Man, and it felt kind of unhinged, but it was a fun unhinged. And I was reading it, and then I reached a part where there was that puke scene, and that was just, no, like, no, I'm not here for that sort of content. And yeah, that's not my cup of tea, not my sort of humor, and yeah, I dropped it then. I heard many good things about it, but at the same time, I have my boundaries that I felt like that was, like, over that limit, and I still feel, like, bitter about that. But however, there was that short story from the creator. What was the title? The whole volume on its own. And that was really good. Like, holy shit, that was good. And when I read that, I really was considering getting back into Chainsaw Man. It's the kind of weird stuff that in it is kind of like, do I really will the story be really worth it to deal with those stuff? So yeah, I still have, like, a very, very, very mixed bag of feelings about Chainsaw Man. So yeah, we'll see. But the anime probably will be... I wouldn't be surprised if it will be one of the next big blips. Because you can bet that they will try to do it. Crossing, yeah, exactly, reading is faster. Rocketman are saying, I watch shonen mature anime as well. I'm not into slice of life. Yeah, it's not for everyone, like... Yeah. And it really depends. Like, there's so much in the slice of life category that some of them are just meh and just silly, and some of them are, like, actually good. So, but yeah, I absolutely agree that, I mean, no matter what genre you look at, nothing is for everyone, really. Like, yeah, everyone has their preferences. Cross saying, Zelda is a very fun game series, I totally get you. Coder saying, yeah, Zelda really pulls you in. Yeah, I sure did. And you know, like, it's a completely new thing for me. Like, I never, ever played any of the Zelda games. Like, didn't even know anyone until, you know, internet friends who was into Zelda. So yeah, it's a completely fun and new word for me. I only used to know Zelda from... I'm super excited to go on this adventure, and I'm playing Ocarina of Time right now because yeah, my girlfriend said that's the first thing I have to play, so yeah, we started with Ocarina of Time. I've been struggling hardcore, and I'm, like, still in the very, very, very beginning of the game. I think where am I right now? It's been a few days since I played. I know that I completed the first dungeon at the Gorons, and now I'm at the Zora. Yeah, now I have to save someone from something's belly, and I'm thoroughly confused on what the hell is going on, but that's where I'm in the game right now, so it's probably super, super early. And I literally cannot remember any of the songs and have to play them, but I keep humming them all day, so it's just a fascinating experience. So yeah, so far I've been really enjoying it. Crossing Fun Unhinged is one of my favorite kind of comics. Yeah, I'm not always in for that kind of content, so it really depends on what kind of Unhinged we're talking about for me. Also, Crow's asking, can I recommend you a Zelda game? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Everyone drop your favorite Zelda game, so I know which one are worth to play. Not that I will finish Ocarina of Time anytime soon, and I know that after Ocarina I will have to play Majora's Mask. But yeah, that's all I know. And of course there's Breath of the Wild, which my fiance is playing right now, so I've been seeing her gameplay of that, which is super fun, but that also feels like a game that's just like, yeah, let's just start with the old games, just a tiny bit easier, and maybe I can even actually finish it within like the next year. So yeah, right now I definitely want to focus on Ocarina of Time, and after that Majora's Mask, yeah. Monitor saying Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is still my favorite. Huh. I don't often hear that. Like, I know that people usually kept recommending Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask for me. And of course Breath of the Wild, that could be like a good like entry point into the franchise or the game. But at the same time, there are so many Zelda games. Like, I probably haven't even heard of all of them. Probably just the major games. I know we also have Skyward Sword for the Switch, but I haven't even looked into that. Crossing, pretty please play Minish Cap. It's in a Game Boy Advance, so you might have to try it out on your PC. Oh, well, I will have to wait for my PC to try that out, although I kind of wonder if they will bring old Game Boy games back on the Switch, now that they have the Nintendo Online feature where you can play the N64 games. I don't know, I never used to be into Nintendo. Like, a Nintendo DS was my first ever Nintendo console, so I don't know the old consoles, but I think it would be really nice if you could access the old games too, so people like me who never actually really grew up with these games could try them out, because that would be fun. Crow's also saying Link Between Worlds is another great title. It's on the 3DS. I kind of wonder if that would be doable, because I think we have a 3DS still. So I doubt they will. Nintendo doesn't always listen to fans. Yeah, I mean, that's true about Nintendo, but you never know. If they really want to ride out that nostalgia, they might bring them back. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see. Okay, I'm gonna make this blue layer disappear. I forgot the tattoo and the scar. Yeah, I forgot so many details here. Gigi's saying it would be nice to get the old Pokemon games on the Switch. Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah. I mean, we've been getting many Pokemon remakes, so that's okay. Although, I kinda had a little bit of mixed feelings with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. That was an interesting game experience, to say. I haven't finished it yet. But it was an interesting remake. Not saying it was completely disappointed, but certain things were just like, is this really the best you could do with certain functions? Like, yeah. Sir, why are we crying? I think right now the dogs are just very upset that the cats can go over the dog fence and they cannot. Which is clearly a very sad thing. Cross saying, funny, my friend told me it was meh. I mean, if you like the old Pokemon games, it's not necessarily meh. It's just, I feel like after Sword and Shield, it felt like a step back. Like, there were so many good innovations in Sword and Shield. Like, I know that many people were like, oh, it's too easy, it's not like the good Pokemon games. I personally really like Sword and Shield. Like, fight me, I really liked it. It's probably one of my favorite games. And in Brilliant Diamond and Pearl, some things were just like, why are we bringing back a thing that we fixed in the previous game? Like, that's not the right kind of nostalgia I want in my game. Like, for example, Emmet, buddy, come here, Emmet, come here. Sir, what are we barking at, What are we barking at? Settle down, buddy. So yeah, like there were so many quality of life changes in Sword and Shield that I've been missing in these remake games. While other things that really did work in the old Diamond and Pearl games, they just didn't work here at all. Like, how they tried to incorporate, like, the touchscreen element just was so terrible. And I'm saying that Diamond, the original, was my first ever real Pokemon game. Before that, I always used to just play them on an emulator, because that was my only access to the games. So I really have fond memories of playing Diamond, and I feel like it really used the touchscreen of the DS in a really fun way. How you could use like your Poketch and doing the puffins and all that. And it was just weird in this one, like how you have your Poketch just hovering in the top right corner, and it was just wonky controls for me. And I absolutely could not do the puffins because it was just breaking my finger on the Switch controller. So it was just some of those weird things. I was a little bit salty about the TMs. But apart from that, I wouldn't call it a meh. It's just, it wasn't as ambitious as it could have been. And I know that many people didn't really like the chibi-esque graphics. It certainly was interesting. Like, when you chibi dude with no eyebrows, like, how is he supposed to look threatening? It was just comedic in many fronts. so yeah, it was interesting. But I still did enjoy it. Like, it had like a feel of a Pokemon game. It was just with some wonkiness. And of course, in many places the game was so buggy as hell. Like, I remember walking at one point and my Pokemon got stuck in a different place, and basically I was walking under a bridge and my Pokemon was running up on the bridge, but then it got stuck in a different place and then I got stuck. So there was like a lot of buggy things in the game. So I feel like it could have been used a little bit more polishing and maybe feedback. I don't know. But still, it was fun. Monitor saying, I think Brilliant Diamond and Pearl was outsourced to another company, so that might be why it felt like a step back. Kind of worries me for future remakes. Yeah, it was basically was done by Ilka Game. I'm not sure how to pronounce the company name, honestly. So it was just weird. Like, yeah, I definitely think that the bugginess of the game was because it was outsourced, and that definitely showed that the company who was in charge of never really did such big games before. Like, they used to do parts and bits and snippets of other games, but it definitely showed that, oof, it was not how it was supposed to be working. Necessarily better in any way than the old version, especially since we never really had like features from Platinum, which I know many people were missing. So yeah, it was interesting. Crossing Sword and Shield is fine in general, just wish it was a little different. Maybe it's not for everyone's liking. I know many people didn't really like it. I personally really liked it. It felt like a low-key Pokemon game. Like, I personally enjoyed that it was a little bit easier, so for a casual gamer like me, it was just more relaxing to play it, in a way. So I really like that part. Because you're saying, Pokemon has never been that difficult, honestly. As for story, it's been downhill since Gen 5. Story's been non-existent in Gen 1 and 4, 6, and now 8. Yeah, I mean, like, Pokemon was never about the story, honestly. It was always you just gotta catch them all and beat the baddie as you do, and then you become champion, and boom, that was the story of all Pokemon. Of course, they were very ambitious with Gen 5, and I personally really liked those games. Hamet, please. But yeah, I mean, you don't play a Pokemon game for story. Like, let's be honest. If you want story, you go and play a Final Fantasy, or you play a Zelda game, or your preferred story gaming, or you just sit down and watch a show. Pokemon was never really about the story. So yeah. Crossing Platinum was my first Pokemon game, but it wasn't as good as Diamond Pearl. Had backtracking and it felt draining. Also, Gen 4 barely gives you a majority of the region Pokemon. Gen 5 is still a solid fight. Yeah, I absolutely stand by Gen 5. Like, Gen 5 was such an underrated generation, in my opinion. Like, not saying that it was perfect. I still feel like my favorite games are still Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and Johto is still my favorite generation, but Gen 5 was really good. It was really good. I don't know what you want, Emmet. I really don't know. I wish I could show him to you guys. He's very special. He's just tilting his head at me as I'm talking to him, while he literally sits on a box of Diet Coke. And I think that's just a beautiful sight. I wish I could share with y'all. Monitor saying, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon fans are punching the air right now. Oh my god, I forgot about Mystery Dungeons. Yeah, those were fun. I got a Mr. Dungeon game for the Switch, and I was so excited to get it, and then I just didn't play it because the controls were so wonky that I just couldn't bring myself to play it, so I feel really bad about that one. Coder saying, like, Gen 5 showed they can at least do story better than what Gen 1 and 4 did. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I honestly, I really liked about Gen 5 that they also raised the ages of the main characters. So you could see that they were trying to at least cater to just a tiny bit older audience than your average 6-year-old Pokemon fan. And I think that was great. And I honestly really would like if they would try to do something that's a tiny bit more mature and could be more interesting to audiences who are not kids necessarily, because that could be like super, super exciting, and I personally would like it. And honestly, that's what I was kind of hoping for with the upcoming Arceus game. Like, I was hoping that, maybe this is gonna be like Breath of the Wild-ish, but with Pokemon, and maybe it will be a tiny bit more mature, and I'm not really sure about that anymore, of course, because Pokemon, you have to cater to kids, so yeah, it's kind of sad, because there could be so much more done with Pokemon and with the world, and it could be good. Crow saying, Sword and Shield's villain was Stinky Poo Poo compared to the other ones. Yeah, he was kind of pathetic. I mean, I understand that they were trying to, let's aim for, like, an environmental message there, which is, like, fitting, and it just was done meh way. So yeah, but once again, you don't play the Pokemon games for the villains, except for when it's Gen 5, because, yeah, Gen 5 did it right. Savage Beater saying, I think Gen 2 is my favorite, but I think that's cause of Cyndaquil. Gen 2 is my favorite too because of Chikorita, Wooper, and Quagsire. Best Pokemon ever. Love them. Coder saying, oh yeah, Mr. Dungeon has actually good stories. Yeah, and I wouldn't say it had a good story, but another Pokemon game I personally really enjoyed was the Pokemon Ranger games. Like, I personally think those were fun. Like, that was an interesting new take on Pokemon. And it was something I personally, did enjoy. Even though it was kind of tiring to just draw those circles all the time. And I remember when I started playing those, that's when I needed a new stylus for my DS. But still, it was fun. Okay, fine. Go out. Let's go out. Yeah, go boy. So saying, let's be real here, there's way more adult Pokemon fans compared to the kid fans, which might be a problem. Yeah, like, the original Pokemon fans are all grown-ups now. Like, sure, you can get your kids or your nephews, nieces into Pokemon, or, younger cousins, you name it, what you have. But yeah, there's now a fan of Pokemons between, like, the ages of 30 to 40 plus, and I think that's a problem that they are not even trying to cater to these fans anymore, so it's kind of sad. Monitor saying, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness had a more mature story, still waiting for the day it gets a remake. Oh, that would be interesting, because I never got to play those games. I just remember seeing the trailer for those games. So yeah, that would be interesting. I would definitely sign up for remakes like that. Like, there's so much more Nintendo could be doing with Pokemon. Like, if only they had, like, the balls to do it. So much potential. Like, I understand that there always will be kids new getting into Pokemon, but it's just, I wish they would realize that most of your fans are adults now. Maybe you want something a bit more. And not just silly moves and bigger Pokemon. Like, It's just sad. I think that's definitely. And there were the Let's Go games, which were a very interesting remakes. But I tried Pokemon Go because I saw many kids try Pokemon Go. I know my niece and nephews were so excited when I showed them that I had Pokemon Go on my phone. So yeah, there would be good ways for Nintendo to still cater to kids, but at the same time try to bring out titles that are better for adults. I personally don't like when companies just try to cater to everyone. Like don't try to please everyone. You cannot. And usually I think it's better if you just know what you're the best at, you know who your audience is, and you just cater to them, and usually that's when it turns into something much better. Or maybe that's just my take. I know different people have different takes on these things, so yeah. Definitely not my best, and I really will have to look more into how I can. You coming in? Come on in. How can I adapt Arcane character designs to my style a little bit more? Because, yeah. This is like super rough. Monitor coming saying, people at my college still play Pokemon Go religiously. Oh my god. I mean, if I still was in college, I probably would too. Like, I did stop playing Pokemon Go when the pandemic hit, and I really didn't wanna risk it going out. But I know many places still have big communities, and especially if I knew that I can like spin a Pokestop when I'm at class, holy hell, yeah, I totally would do it. Like, I would be into that. I really miss Pokemon Go days. Like, I actually got to know people through Pokemon Go, and it was just fun. Just going out and doing it. Yeah, I miss it. But eventually it had to go from my phone because I didn't have the room for it anymore. Plus, I wasn't playing anymore, so that was it, yeah. That was kind of sad. I actually probably should be on this arm up. Yup. Meantime, I'm trying to see all that's wrong with this artwork. I mean, there's many wrong things here. I could still fix it up. But yeah, probably for now, I will stop drawing here. Oops, it's too thick. Because I can tell that Mr. Barky here is getting more and more restless, which means it's getting closer to his supper time. So I will have to take care of them. Yeah. But I didn't want to go on with this stream for too long. I wanted to start with like something that's like 2 hours is a good point to start. So yeah, I'm probably gonna finish this around here-ish. Even though this artwork definitely would need so much more work. So yeah, it is what it is, but hey, it's a sketch. So yeah, if there are any quick questions I can still answer before I go, now's your chance to write it down. And after that, I'm gonna probably finish up this stream. and get a hot tea for myself. It's the season for hot tea, so yeah, I'm gonna get a nice steaming hot tea with some lemon and honey, and there with the dogs. Who haven't been as bad as I was fearing they would be, but they weren't as good either, so yeah, this is what it's gonna be like. Gigi saying, overall fun stream, thank you. Well, thank you all for joining me for this stream, even after all this time. I'm super happy that we got to do this again, and as much as I can tell, there weren't any big quality issues, which actually makes me super happy, because internet is potato. But yeah, I definitely would like to bring the streams back. Right now, I'm thinking of doing at least one stream a week, if possible, depending on what projects I'm working on, of course. I definitely want to like mix up the content with streaming. So in some streams, I want to just work on manga pages, and in other streams, it's gonna be just like leisurely drawing, like maybe even drawing requests and integrating it with my Patreon a bit more, or figuring out how I can do like more of an interactive stuff with Discord, or maybe having more people in call or something like that. So yeah, I mean, the year is just starting, so there's still plenty of things to figure out, as well as I will have videos coming out. I actually hired an editor to help me with the videos, so my hope is that with the help of this person, I can focus more on just drawing and just putting together videos, and not have to spend so much time editing videos, because that was something I always been struggling with. So yeah, 2 videos are in work now. Depending on when it's finished editing, I'm hoping to release the first one during the weekend or early next week. As usual, I will post everywhere, on social media, on my Discord. You can find me everywhere. You can find my links in the video description, or you can just find me everywhere at Saigami Project. That's a me. So yeah, cruising. This was a very chill stream. Yeah, I mean, I was having fun, and you know, it's not my best artwork or anything, but I think it was really nice, and I needed this little bit of moving myself out of my comfort zone by hanging out with you guys. That was really fun, and sort of therapeutic for me as well. So yeah, this was good. and I hope to see you guys again in my next stream. Right now I don't know when my next one will be. I probably mix up the times a little bit. We'll try out some later times to cater a little bit more for people who have school/work and maybe are a bit more of a later time. So yeah, we will experiment a little bit. But as always, I will keep you guys updated. And thank you for joining me today. Love y'all. Take care. Stay creative. And I see you soon. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.